Well, cha-cha-cha, dobro veche, my friends. How you doing? Charles here, and I'm no longer in the great state of Massachusetts. I'm currently in another state that starts with the letter M, and I'll give you a clue. What does this mean? TC, Twin Cities, the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul. So I'm in the great state of Minnesota, my friends, my favorite state in the United States. The main reason, it's home to my favorite baseball team, and I've been a massive fan of the Minnesota Twins since 1987. Jesus, I'm old. I was in 6th grade, and the Twins were in the World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals, and everybody in my area loved the St. Louis Cardinals. But I wanted to be the rebel, so I cheered for the Twins. They won the World Series, and since then it's history. So I'm up here in Minnesota, and get this, I've got such a connection with Serbian people, First met a Serbian in May of 2010 on a Facebook page, I Hate the USA, okay? That was in January of 2010. Befriended the guy, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I showed up in Serbia for the first time ever, May 28th, 2010. That's the day that will live in infamy. That's the day I first stepped out into Nikola Tesla Airport into Serbia. My life changed drastically from that very moment. But since then, oh my God, I got a big following of Serbian folks from all over the world, not just in Serbia. You don't realize how many Serbians are all over the place until you do something like I do, make videos, have Facebook posts and Instagram posts and a blog about Serbia, because then you run into Serbians everywhere. Last night, I was in Boston, Massachusetts, okay? I go into Hard Rock Cafe, downtown. A good Serbian friend of mine works there, Dimitrije Milic. And then another guy was in there. He was a Serbian from Republika Srpska, okay? Then I fly clear over here to Minnesota. Before I came here, I rented this Airbnb. Beautiful place. I just sent an Airbnb request. I booked it for 2 nights, and I sent a message. And I said, hey, my name is Charles Cather. I said, I rented your apartment. Could I check in a little bit earlier? Because it was supposed to be a 3 p.m. check-in. I asked if I could check in earlier. The lady wrote me back. Her name is Trish. She's a sweetheart. She wrote me back. She said, yeah, you can check in at 11 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. And then she wrote back and she said, Dobar dan. She said, my husband knows who you are. She said, my husband is a Serb from Croatia that moved to the USA after the war. Like, wow, small world, huh? Anyway, we've been chatting back and forth. They invited me for Cevapi at their house when I got here, but they're leaving for Croatia tomorrow. And tonight I couldn't go to their house and eat because I was working. So anyway, I'm sitting here, knock on my door while I was working. A lady comes by with a bag of food. It was Trish. So I kissed her, and she said, my husband Srdjan made these potatoes. He made this fresh baked bread, and they've got some Cevapi in there. She said, we couldn't eat it all, so we brought you some. God, you've got to love the hospitality of these Serbian people. Nobody better. Then, I'm going to open it up and eat it here, of course. I'm going to show you. But also, when I was here, there's a kid named Alex. He messaged me, said, hey, I study in Mankato, Minnesota, but I want to come and see you. So he's going to come up here tomorrow before the game, and we're going to have a beer. And then a guy from Zrenjanin just messaged me. What was his name? So I got to make sure I say everybody's name here. The guy from Zrenjanin, I was just sitting here working, and I got another message. Bojan Prealjak. Bojan from Zrenjanin. He messaged me, said, hey, Charles, are you still in Minneapolis? I want to meet you. I'm from Zrenjanin. So him, and then this other kid, let me see his name. Jeez, man, isn't that amazing? Just Serbians all over the place. This kid's name is Adrian Avsner. He's from Serbia, too. He studies here in Minnesota. So coming here, expected not to know anybody, and now I've got some Cevapi brought to my door. My friends, God, I love Serbian people. You can't beat them, my friends. Anyway, I'm going to do the unboxing. I'm going to move my camera here in just a different way. Okay, check it out. My God, you gotta love these Serbian folks. Nobody better. They brought me a beautiful little salad with feta cheese on it. It looks like it's got onions, it's got tomatoes. They brought me some of my favorite thing ever that I haven't had since I left Serbia. American style Ivar. Some awesome potatoes. It's been stewed with bacon and have big chunks of bacon in it. Homemade bread. She said Srdjan actually made this bread with some Cevapi. God, I love these Serbian people. Didn't ask for this. Just randomly rented a room here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it happens to be from a Serbian. And that Serbian knew who I was. And just out of the kindness of their heart, brought me some food. And I'm starving. I didn't know what I was going to eat. It's currently 8:51. And I just got finished dispatching. So now I'm going to munch down all of this. So Srdjan, Trish, thank you so much. Right here on 16th Street on Airbnb. I'm going to put the link to their Airbnb there. So if you're ever in Minnesota, Minneapolis here, stay with these fine folks. You're not going to find better hospitality. Unbelievable. Srdjan, I owe you, man. If you guys weren't going to Croatia tomorrow, I would pay you back. Potatoes. Delicious. Tastes like smoked bacon. Jeez, that's nice. Some Ivar. My first bit of Ivar that I've had since I left Serbia. One of my favorite things. Oh, I even forgot what it tasted like. Jeez. And this is Ljut. That's the hot one. Oh my God. And a beautiful little salad with peppers, onion, feta cheese. And then homemade bread that you made, Srdjan. And some Cevapi. I always like dipping that in the salad juice. Do you do that? Man. When I shut my eyes, I think of Balkan. Okay? The Ivar doesn't taste like it does in Serbia, but this is nice. The bread is phenomenal. The Cevapi has good taste like the Cevapi over there. Salad. Potatoes. So strange. No matter where I go, I bump into 1, 2, or 3 Serbians. Doesn't matter. Even in Somalia, you know. And speaking of Somalia, this is there's 80,000 Somalis here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. But when I was in Somaliland, Hargeisa, Somaliland, the day before there was a Serbian staying in the same. Well, I stayed in this little compound right next to it's this Ambassador Hotel. Day before there was a Serbian guy that contacted me that was staying there the day before in Hargeisa, Somaliland. Serbs are everywhere, but you're awesome folks, and you will always be here in my heart. You're also part of the reason why I can't get rid of this. But anyway, my friends, thanks a million. Srdjan and Trish, you're such good people, just like the rest of your fine Serbians. Ciao, ciao. Okay, Srdjan and Trish. I finished it off, and oh my God, felt like I was back in the Balkan. Thank you so much. Best Airbnb experience ever.